same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Here where we need ya. Here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
That song is so fitting for Five Borough Wrestling's return for Back at the Legion. Five Borough Wrestling fans, I am longtime independent wrestling fan Robert. Back at the Legion was one whale of a show and a great way for Five Borough Wrestling to return to the American Legion after not having a show there since December of 2015. The night began with a pre-show matchup, which saw I'm getting the names, guys. Hold on. The Mindy Racer, Mike Braca, he defeated... Yes. He defeated Rad Brad Benson in a pre-show match. Bringing out to Ryan Peterson, welcomes the crowd for the main show and introduces general manager Matt Stryker. And I forgot what he said, but he's interrupted by Tier 1 heavyweight champion Darius Carter, and Stryker, they go on to each other, and Stryker saying that this little girl in the crowd had a better chance of making it than him, which resulted in a match happening later in the show. The first match of the main show, we saw tag team action as we saw the Amazing Graysons take on PJ Stackpole's Bear Bronson and AJ Spectre representing the team representing Force. Presenting the Force spelled with a U. And the match was determined number one contenders of the Tag Team Championship, which saw Bear Bronson and AJ Spectre defeat the Amazing Graysons. Next up, we had singles action as we saw the Croatian sensation Mario Bokara. He defeated Fire Ant. In a triple threat match, Cyrus DeVille defeated Smiley and Logan Black. Originally, the Devil's Outlaw Stockade was going to be in this three-way match. Up next, we saw Darius Carter defeat Matt Stryker to retain the Tier 1 Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. At that point, they did go to intermission. After intermission, we kick off with the JT Dunn defeating the Rogue Anthony Gangone, and quite a knockdown, drag-out affair in that matchup. Then, what happens up next, we have the Forces, Rex Lawless with PJ Stackpole in his corner, defeating Jesse Vane. And after the match, Bear Bronson and AJ Spectre come out, and they're on the microphone, and Stackpole is saying, you know, if anybody, I forgot if he said something about having a problem with them or if they wanted to get in their way. Out comes Talon, who was fired by then general manager PJ Stackpole at Proving Ground last April, and Talon announced he was back to make Stackpole's life a living hell. Next up, we saw, let me see. Oh, the six-way Matt Stryker Invitational, as we saw Joey, I apologize for not getting his last name, as he defeated Pyro Pulse, Bryce Donovan, Max Caster, Kid Christian, and Orion Dove. I apologize if I got his name wrong, in a very good six-way matchup. And then in the main event of the evening, the Man of Steel Mike Verner went to war with Warbeard Hansen of Ring of Honor, and after a very grueling matchup, Mike Verner defeated Warbeard Hansen by submission to retain the FBW Heavyweight Championship. From there, JT Dunn comes out, and he challenges Verner for a title match at the next show, which is happening Friday, April 14th. And just as Verner was ready to accept, The match out comes Tier 1 Wrestling's new manager, commissioner, Christopher Beckett. And he announces that the match will happen if Mike Verner can, if Botchmania, if JT Dunn can defeat Bull James on April 14th, and if Verner can retain the championship on April 14th against Joey Ryan. And Beckett announced he's pretty much in charge in FBW because Matt Striker's taking a leave of absence after the beating he received earlier in the evening by Darius Carter. So we have, appears 2 matches already announced for Five Borough Wrestling's return on Friday night, April 14th, as they present Proving Ground, which will be held at the American Legion, and those 2 matches are already announced. One match I'd like to see Talon go one-on-one with Rex Lawless. But it's personal notes time. What a glorious time. It was great to see Melissa, Nicole, Mike, Brandon, who showed up before the show even got underway, Stella, Mike from the General Mission Wrestling Podcast, those 2 ladies, Destine and Rhea, or is it Rhea? Tommy Zambito, Kevin Michael Murphy, Peter Gilmore, Andrew, Nick. Man, the crowd was so big, people had to stand, those who showed up too late, they had to stand in the corners and whatnot. And, there were some pretty ladies standing up, and they were like in the corner right by the ladies' room over there. Now, we had only one memorable quote of the night. Of the night. The Joker was here already. Melissa, making reference to Mike Graca, or is it Braca? Can't remember how his last name is. Because during the Amazing Grayson's match, I kept saying all we needed was Bruce Wayne, Alfred, Commissioner Gordon, Barbara Gordon, and everybody else affiliated with Gotham City. Definitely bring back the Amazing Graysons in the future. They're great, and I dig that cartoon Batman Beyond, which was the theme of that show was their entrance music. I hope they come back again. We never really did get an announcement concerning the Tag Team Championship, which was last held by Boo and Bam Sullivan, who were not there at this very event. And basically, Five Borough Wrestling is back in session, and just as I said, it's just like Ozzy Osbourne, not going away.